Start with an opening statement.
Okay, well, like I said before the game, I knew we were going to learn a lot from this game, and A&M, great ball club. Coach Blair's, I think this is one of the better ball clubs he's had. I think they got a good chance of going far in the tournament this year, and a lot of athletes out there. But offensively, I thought we did some really good things, and we hit some layups and free throws. I think we scored quite a few points. Defensively, I think we got a ways to go, and I think that showed. I think they took advantage of some of the things. But I was encouraged by what we did offensively, and look, and we see we got 4 kids in double figures, so that's a good sign for us.
Just touch first on ability to get into the paint. Again, you didn't finish like you mentioned, but just the ability for your team to get into the paint and have opportunities.
Well, that's what I told our team. I said, if we can get in the paint and get fouled and get layups against that bunch, top 10 team, then we can do that against anybody. And that's encouraging. And if we get to where we finish and make free throws and finish layups, we just scored 70-something points if we hit free throws and layups tonight. So that's a good sign. I think our team understands that. I think that, I'm encouraged by what we've been doing offensively. And like I say, we just got to go to work on defense.
No, she turned it up later in the game, but Kristen Bourne's first career double-double and finally started to really take ownership of the paint later in the game.
I thought she did some good things there towards the end of the game, and that's when you want kids to play, is when they're tired. If they show you they can start doing things when they're tired, you got a chance of being pretty good. And so she didn't give up. I didn't think any of our kids gave up. I thought we played hard, and we kept going and kept getting good shots, and that's all you can ask right now.
Both teams got really cold at the end of the first half, and a lot of missed shots on both sides. Just talk a bit at the end of that stretch in the first half.
Well, it was tough, and I think we were like 6 or 8 down, and we missed 2 layups and 2 free throws, and we could have really made the game tight. And if you make a game tight, then they don't hit some of those threes and things. And so we were kind of only our own worst enemy there is missing layups and missing free throws. We had a chance, and like you said, they were missing some shots, but we got to hit those shots.
It's a little bit different team for you. Offense, you're able to do some things, but defense, you got a long ways to go.
We do, and I knew that when we started this team. We're not super quick. We're fair athletic, but we're good size, and we just got to learn how to use our size and move our feet a little better.
I don't know the final numbers, but I know for most of the game we were leading in rebounds. May have been pretty close in rebounds. Just talk about the ability to get on the boards and grab the rebounds.
Well, that's what we talked about against them. 31 and 40 are great rebounders, and we talked about how important it was going to be to rebound. And, we did a pretty good, decent job on it. And this game pretty well came down to missed shots.
No rest. Couple days of practice, and you get Western Kentucky in here. Talk about that quick turnaround and then what they bring.
Well, yeah, I hadn't watched the breakdown on Western. I'll do that tonight. But that Western's always, in that conference, they're always one of the ones that gets to the NCAA tournament. They're, a winning program. Handled us up there last year, and it'll be a challenge. But that's kind of what this week is about. The rest of this week through the next week is kind of getting ready for conference, kind of getting where you getting a rhythm where you get a couple of days you got to play, get a couple of days you got to play. So in conference we're going to have to play back-to-back days. You're not even going to get there rest. So this next week playing against good talent, and we've got another super SEC team coming in here at the end to end it all up, and play 2 in between there. It's a heck of a week. I don't think that you'll find any other mid-major that plays 3 SEC teams on their home floor. So
speaking of, both Gary Blair and Mike Neighbors have really applauded you for your scheduling, for the type of team you bring to the court. What does it mean to get that type of recognition for your program?
Well, I've always prided ourselves on our program here that, we want to compete against the best, and to do that, you have to play the best. You can't be afraid of losing a ball game, and especially this time of year. And, like I say, I think we learned a lot tonight, and I think we probably gained a little confidence off this game. And, that's what you want to do against these teams. I thought we gained some real good confidence against Vanderbilt, and we've got a tough week next week, and we're going to learn a lot before conference, and, we're going to go into conference knowing what we need to be doing and what needs to get better and what we can do well. And, so we're not going into a conference and being, 5-2 and played a bunch of, weak ones, and are we really that good or not? We know where we're at right now.
Last question, Western Kentucky comes in. It's kind of a historic rival for Little Rock. They were in the Sun Belt for such a long team. Any thoughts on playing a program like that? I know we played them just about every year, but kind of that historic Sun Belt rivalry of so many close games over the
Oh, it was a great rivalry. You know, when we had them in Middle Tennessee in our conference, it always come down to us in Middle and Western. I mean, it was, you know, that was kind of the way it went there towards the last 7 or 8 years of when they were in the conference, and we played both of them in the finals and beat Western one year in the finals and beat Middle in the finals. So, you know, there is some great rivalry there. Like you say, both of us know that the programs are going to be high class, and it's going to be a competitive game.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach.
You bet. That's yours, right?
Yes.